To see you today. Just to recap on today's session, the big issue we have with you today is your inability to maintain your balance during your golf swing. That's particularly apparent with your shorter clubs in your set, as we see here on the main footage to the left, hitting a wedge. Because of your height, there's a tendency to have to bend down more. The more we bend forward, the harder it is for us to maintain the angles during the golf swing. And what we see here is the line now is touching on the top of the head. You take the club back, you maintain your posture very well. However, as you start the downswing, you can see there's a movement of the weight back onto the heels, and the head is coming away from that line quite substantially. As you do that, the shaft of the club is flattening out all the time as the spine angle is becoming more erect. Consequently, you're coming too far from the inside. As a result of this, your tendency is to throw the club at the ball through impact. And depending on where you hit the ball in your downswing or what degree of timing you have on any given day, we can get shots that miss the green wide to the right or pulled to the left, all because of this inability to maintain your balance during your downswing. And again, because you're so tall, it's not something that you're necessarily aware of. You're just seeing the flight of the golf ball and naturally thinking that there's an error in your technique, i.e. positions in your swing. Doesn't really matter how hard we work on positions in the swing. If we lose the balance so much during the downswing back towards the heels, we're always going to suffer from the same sort of shot pattern. What we can see here with Ernie Els on the right is a much better ability to maintain his posture during the golf swing. Ernie Els, 6'4", so still establishing quite a lot of angles at address, maybe not as much as yourself, but somewhere there or thereabouts. And then as in his downswing, you can see here that he maintains that position much better. There is a slight movement back off it, ever so slight, but nowhere near as much. Consequently, the good positions in his swing are apparent all the way through and pay dividends. With yourself, you can work positionally as much as you want. With the head falling away from that line so much in the downswing, you're always going to struggle with an erratic shot pattern. To help remedy this, what we did was put you on the balance pads. The idea of the balance pads is to place you in an off-balance position. Once you're in that position, you become much more aware of your balance, and straight away with yourself, you could feel yourself rocking back on the heels. You're working really hard to keep the weight on the balls of the feet. You can see here that there's much less drifting of the head back during the downswing when on the balance pads. So key really for yourself, Russell, as I said, you can come in and borrow these pads at any time you like, is to try and put yourself in an off-balance position as much as possible, so you create a much better awareness of your centre of gravity and your balance throughout the golf swing. As I said before in the junior lesson, it's much more important for a player of your height than it would be for a player of average height. Good luck with it. Swing's coming on a treat, and I'm sure that you're going to enjoy the rest of the winter preparing for 2011. Well done.